In this short video, I'll be showing you how to create a bootable USB flash drive, or simply how to make a Windows installation media using USB flash drive or pen drive. Okay, go to this link. I'll also be giving this link in the description. Scroll down and you'll see here create Windows 10 installation media. You simply download this tool now. Okay, you can see here media creation tool is already downloaded. Now we'll be using this tool to download our main Windows.iso file. Okay, run this tool. So media creation tool is running and it's getting a few things ready for us. This tool will help us to download our main Windows 10 ISO file. Okay, you simply accept all. Okay, after reading. We'll be using second option, create installation media for another PC. This will help us download ISO file. Click next. Now you can download the Windows ISO file based on the computer which you are currently. Okay, or you can have custom setting as well. Okay, but I'll be using my this current computer, so I'll be clicking there. Okay, use the recommended options for this PC. Click next. Now choose second option, ISO file. This will download the Windows ISO file. Okay, in our computer. We will not be burning this ISO file to a DVD. Okay, but we will be using that ISO file in a USB flash drive. Okay, I'll be showing you all that process. First, let us download the Windows 10 ISO file. Click next. Now simply choose your location and download this Windows.iso file. Okay, now it will download. Okay, it will take some time and it will download Windows 10 ISO file. Okay, and in next step we will be using that Windows 10 ISO file in Rufus tool. Okay, and we'll be creating bootable USB flash drive which will have our Windows 10 installation files. So the download is complete and we have Windows.iso file. Okay, we have a complete download of Windows.iso file, and now we'll be creating a bootable USB flash drive. And we'll be using Rufus tool. Okay, simply go to the official website, scroll down and download the latest version. Okay, currently the latest version is 3.15, Rufus 3.15. It's downloading. Yeah, I had already downloaded. Okay, so there it's written to. Now simply run this program. So this is the GUI of the Rufus tool. And here in this device section, our USB flash drive is automatically selected. Okay, if not, you have to be specific to your USB flash drive. Okay, just check, this is very critical. Okay, otherwise everything on that drive will be formatted, erased. Okay, so double check this, it's very important. Okay, here 16 GB as drive, 16 GB as drive, so it is matched. Yeah, and it is correct, so I'll be continuing in this drive. Now select your Windows.iso file here. So after loading this Windows.iso file, we have these default settings under which we can simply create a Windows installation media. However, I want to make you understand of this particular section, okay? This partition scheme, okay? Under partition scheme, we have two options, okay? Mbr and GPT. And this target system will change according to what we choose in this partition scheme, okay? If I choose GPT in this partition scheme, target system will be Uefi non-CSM, okay? And if I choose this Mbr partition scheme, this target system will change to BIOS or Uefi CSM. Now let us understand what this term means actually. So first let us go in GPT. So let us read the on-screen instruction, okay? Method that will be used to create partitions. So this simply means it is one of the method used to create partition, okay? And target system, type of computer you plan to use this bootable drive with. It is your responsibility to determine whether your target is of BIOS or Uefi type before you start creating the drive, as it may fail to boot otherwise. Non-CSM means that the device will only boot in native Uefi mode and not in BIOS emulation mode, also known as legacy mode. Now let us look at Mbr. So it is the same information, okay? Method that will be used to create partitions. And again the same information, okay? However, here it is different. Uefi CSM means that the device will only boot in BIOS emulation mode, also known as legacy mode, under Uefi and not in native Uefi mode. So you have to choose this partition scheme very correctly, okay, in order to boot your USB flash drive, okay, which contains your Windows installation media. If you choose wrong partition scheme, your Windows installation media will simply not boot from your flash drive, okay? So as per your system partition scheme, you have to choose this. So in this case, let us go with default, okay, GPT. So here I will go with default settings, partition scheme, GPT, and target system Uefi. Other all settings you just leave as it is, don't change anything, okay? This device section, this boot selection section, and this partition scheme section, these three sections are very important sections, okay? And you can hit start. It is giving warning stating that all the data on the drive, S drive in our case here, will be erased, okay? And Windows installation media will be installed on it, okay? And this particular USB flash drive will be a bootable USB flash drive containing Windows installation media. So the process is complete now, and this simply means your 16 GB USB flash drive is bootable flash drive containing Windows installation media. Close it and let us check now. So I have connected this pen drive here, and let us restart now. So the system is restarting, yeah? Now let us see if it will boot or not. No, it didn't boot. Let us see if we can do something. I'm pressing F12 for boot option. And here this is for legacy. These are for legacy boot, and this is for UEFI boot. So let us go here and let's see. Yeah, it worked. This USB flash drive is working now. Yeah, and the setup page has come here. Yeah, so you have to go to the boot option and choose UEFI. Okay, simple. Just when your computer loads, press F12 to enter to the boot option and just choose, and after pressing F12 this option will appear, and here legacy boot and UEFI boot, legacy boot USB, UEFI boot here, this. Yeah, as we have made our USB boot for UEFI. Yeah, so here we have to choose. If you had made your this USB flash drive boot for legacy boot, then here you have to choose here. Okay, in our case it's here. So again, if I choose here and I press enter, now this pen drive will boot. Okay, I don't know what is this, but it will boot. You see, you can see this pen drive has booted. Yeah, and you can see the Windows installation appeared. So let us boot computer normally this time without choosing the UEFI option. I have already inserted my bootable pen drive area. This time I have not selected UEFI. Okay, I'm letting it boot normally and it will not boot. Okay, the flash drive will not boot. Your OS has started to load. Okay, directly. So in order to make this flash drive boot, you have to choose UEFI boot option, then only it is going to boot. You see, your OS is loaded. Okay, not your, this flash drive is booted, but this time I will choose UEFI option and the USB flash drive will boot. Okay, now F12. there we have to press F12 when this DELL logo appears. Okay, press F12. Now I have to select here this Uefi boot here, yeah, and then just hit enter. You see, I have connected this flash drive, and from this option I have to go here in Uefi boot and select this, okay, not legacy, okay. Now it will boot, okay. If I hit enter now see, I don't know, this some graphics error is appearing, but your flash drive will boot, okay. You see, now Windows installation menu has appeared, yeah. And if you want to install your Windows, you can continue. I don't want to install Windows currently, so I'll close, okay. I was just showing you. Now I don't press anything, the Windows will be loading, okay. Your flash drive will not boot. You see, your Windows which is already on your hard disk is loading, okay. You see, your Windows which is already on your hard disk is loaded, okay. This is not loaded from your USB flash drive, okay. Okay, in this part of the video I'll be showing you how your system interacts with these two partition scheme. First I will make bootable flash drive using Mbr, okay, and then later I'll be making bootable flash drive using this GPT partition scheme, okay. And for both the partition scheme I'll be checking on my 3 different systems, okay, and we'll see how my system interacts, okay, for these 2 partition scheme. So first let us go with Mbr. So simply all flash, okay. I have selected my flash drive, okay, and then simple, okay. Okay, it is complete. So let us close now. Now we'll be testing this my bootable flash drive on my 3 different system, okay, 2 laptop and 1 desktop. Okay, first let us see with my this laptop Dell 3421. I've inserted here my USB flash drive. I have recently made this flash drive bootable, okay, and this contains Windows installation media. And now let us try to boot this USB flash drive, okay. I'll simply start this laptop and let us see it will boot or not by default. Okay, I'll not change anything. Okay, so I'll simply turn on this laptop. So the USB flash drive has booted. Okay, because you can clearly see the information. Okay, now as this USB flash drive has successfully booted in this laptop, now let us see this laptop BIOS settings and boot menu settings. To go to the BIOS settings, when the Dell logo appears, you have to press F2 to enter into the BIOS. Okay, and to enter in the boot menu options, you have to press F12. First, let us look at BIOS, and then later we'll look at boot menu options. Okay, so let us start. Press F2 continuously. Okay, yeah, we have entered into the BIOS. Now this is the main page. Yeah, but we want to go directly to boot menu. Okay, this, and currently the setting is like this. Okay, boot list option legacy. Okay, it has two options. Okay, legacy and Uefi. So currently it is in a legacy. Okay, and here secure boot, it is disabled, and when I'm pressing enter, I can't enter. Okay, why? Because let us press F1 for help, because secure boot flow control, secure boot is possible only if system runs in user mode. Load legacy option ROM is enabled. Yeah, again if I'm pressing enter, I can't enter. Okay, there. Let us press F1 for help. And here is boot priority. Okay, set boot priority. First is USB storage device, second is hard drive, third my DVD ROM, like that. Okay, so here boot list option is currently legacy. Yeah? And if I change to UEFI, now here you can see currently secure boot is disabled. Yeah? I press enter here. Oh yeah, now I can have option. Okay, and currently load legacy option ROM is enabled. Yeah, now in this setting, if I try to boot this same USB flash drive, okay, which is in Mbr partition scheme, let us see. I'll press F10. Okay, to save this setting. F10, save configuration, and yes. Now let us see it will boot or not. I don't know, it is stuck in this, and my keyboard is also not working now. Yeah, you see. Oh, it is loading now. Yes, this USB flash drive has loaded in this scenario as well. Okay, I don't want to set up Windows. Okay, I'm just showing you. Now let us press F2 and we had changed to Uefi, yeah. And let us change to legacy because our hard disk is in Mbr partition. Okay, the OS of my hard disk is in Mbr partition. Or let us try to boot our hard disk. Okay, in this scenario I will just remove this flash drive. Okay, I'll not change anything now. I don't know, this keyboard gets hang. So it is booting. Let us see if our hard disk boots or not. Yeah, our hard disk has booted. Okay, you can see my OS is loading. I don't have here inserted my flash drive. Okay, now let us enter into the boot menu option of this my Dell laptop, Dell 3421. I will start this laptop. Okay, and when Dell logo appears I'll continuously press F12. I'm pressing F12 and I pressed F12 when Dell logo appears and I reach to the boot menu option. Okay, here, and here you can see various options. Okay, legacy option first. Okay, this, and down Uefi options. And here also you can see change the boot mode setting, and let us see what option it has. Same thing. Okay, legacy boot mode, secure boot off, Uefi boot mode, secure boot on. I'll press ESC. Here my USB flash drive is not detected because I have detached it. Okay, if I insert it here, then I have to restart again. F12. So you have now USB storage. Okay, because it is now connected. Yeah, and if you want to enter into the BIOS mode you can enter from here. Okay, you will reach to the BIOS, yeah, main BIOS, where you have all these options. Okay, so currently it is in Uefi mode. Yeah, I will choose here legacy mode for it. Okay, press F10. Save yes, and now let us see. Yeah, it is this USB flash drive is working. Okay, if you press any key it will boot. Okay, and currently my hard disk is also loading. Okay, my this laptop currently has only one hard disk here, and the partition string type is Mbr. Okay, and I have installed my OS in this hard disk here because this my laptop Dell 3421 has only one hard disk. Yeah, this. Okay, now let us look at my another laptop. I have inserted this USB flash drive, and currently this flash drive has a partition scheme of Mbr. Let us see whether or not this flash drive will boot when I will start this laptop. I will not do anything. Okay. No, this flash drive did not boot. The OS of this laptop has started to load. Okay. There was no message for us stating that press any key to boot. Okay, neither this flash drive loaded automatically. Okay, this flash drive currently did not work at all. Okay, now let us see what are the BIOS and boot menu settings of this laptop currently. First we'll be looking at BIOS settings, and then later we'll be looking at boot menu settings. Okay, to enter into the BIOS, press F2 continuously when Dell logo appears, and to enter into the boot menu option, you have to press F12 continuously when Dell logo appears. So let us see the BIOS settings first. I'm pressing F2. Okay. So we have entered into the BIOS. Okay, and the model of this laptop is Dell Inspiron 153567. Yeah, everything you can see from here. Okay, but we will go to boot sequence. Boot. Okay, here it is like this. Okay, boot sequence, boot list option, legacy Uefi. Let us go to advanced boot option. Let us go to this secure boot. Now I don't want to change anything. Okay, so I will exit here, and I will be looking at boot menu option. Okay, there. Press F12. Okay, while Dell logo appears. So this is the boot menu option for us. Okay, so here if I go to USB storage, and then if I enter, let us see what is going to happen. Yeah, now it is booting. Yeah, this flash drive is booting now. Okay, if you press any key, it will boot. Okay, and I would like to show you some more options. Okay, just start and go to the boot menu. Okay, F12. Okay, here you have some options. Okay, other options: BIOS setup, BIOS flash. We don't want this. Yeah, not this. This change boot mode settings. This change boot mode settings and this BIOS setup is important. Okay, in this change boot mode settings, what you'll get, let's see. Here are a few options. Okay, important options. Yeah, currently I don't want to change anything because it is working for me. Yeah, I will press ESC to cancel this, and again let us press F12 and enter into the boot menu option. And here if we go to BIOS settings, again you will enter in the BIOS. Okay, and I have already shown you there this boot sequence. Yeah, this advanced boot options and this secure boot, these are very important term for us. Okay, simply I will exit. Okay, and my disk system currently has only one hard disk. Okay, and its partition type is Mbr. Okay, okay, now let us look at my desktop PC. I have inserted my USB flash drive. Okay, which is currently in Mbr partition. So let us simply start my desktop. And let us see simply. Okay, I will not do anything. It will boot or not. Let us simply see that. No, my USB flash drive did not boot. Okay, now let us look at the BIOS and boot options. Okay, so first let us enter into the BIOS and see. Okay, press delete key to enter into the BIOS. Now you are in BIOS. Yeah, and here we don't want anything, just simply go to the boot option. Okay, here this is my Kingston SSD. Okay, which is my OS, and boot option 2 is another storage, and if this is my flash drive, then let us hit enter. Okay, if I choose this and if I save and exit, you can see here these two will boot. Yeah, first is my SSD and second is I believe it is my flash drive. So for this you have to enter into the boot menu. Okay, F12. Yes, either you want to boot from your SSD which has your OS, or you want to boot from your flash drive. It has option. Okay, if we want to boot from our flash drive, you select here and let us see. Yeah, it's working. Okay, this system has my SSD which is on GPT partition type, and I made this flash drive in Mbr partition. Okay, in Rufus tool I had used Mbr partition. Okay, while flashing this Windows file on my flash drive using Rufus tool. So you can see Windows installation page has started. Okay, I don't want to install, I'm just showing you. Yeah, yes, and my this desktop system, and this desktop system has my this SSD on GPT partition style. Okay, my desktop has two hard disks. Okay, one SSD and another 3.5 inch. Okay, Seagate, and both have GPT partition. Okay, yeah. Okay, now let us look at another partition scheme type. So my same flash drive, now I'll select this Windows image. Yeah, and this time I'll go for this. Okay, GPT. Before I did this Mbr. Yeah, now I'll go for GPT. Okay, I don't change any settings, only this. Okay, partition scheme, and simply I will flash. Okay, the flashing process has completed, and you can simply close. Now I'll be doing the same thing. Okay, I'll try to put this flash drive on my three different system. Okay, so let us see. Okay, now currently this my flash drive is having my Windows installation media in GPT partition. Okay, so let me start my computer and let us see. Okay, by default it will boot or not. What is this? So let me restart again. No, it's not booting. Okay, it's just black. Huh? Now let us see the BIOS setting. Okay, current BIOS setting. Press F2 continuously. Okay, and then you are in BIOS mode now, and we want to go to boot menu. Okay, so currently it is in legacy. Yeah, and let us change to Uefi this time, and let us keep everything same. Let us save and exit. F10. Okay, save configuration and reset. Yes, just hit yes. Yeah, now let us see it will boot or not. Yes, this flash drive did boot. Okay, and this Windows installation menu came, and you can simply continue your Windows installation. Okay, in legacy mode you will get information, okay, saying that you have to press any key to boot. In UEFI mode directly Windows installation page will come like this. Okay, so this flash drive currently is in GPT mode. Okay, and in legacy mode of BIOS this flash drive did not boot, but in UEFI mode of BIOS this flash drive did boot. Okay, I don't want to boot, so I will simply exit. Okay, I was just showing you. Now let us look at this laptop. So I have here flash drive with the GPT partition, and now let us start this laptop. Okay, and let us not do anything and just see it will boot or not. No, this flash drive did not boot. Okay, my OS, okay, has started to boot. Okay, yeah. Now let us enter into the BIOS. To enter into the BIOS, it is F2 key. Okay, for Dell. Yeah, and to enter into the boot menu option, it is F12. Okay, you have to press that key when Dell logo appears. Okay, continuously press. Okay, so I am here in the BIOS. Yeah, so we are interested only in mainly this. Okay, boot sequence, boot options, and this secure boot. Okay, so let us go here. It is like this. Yeah, so first I make here USB storage, then internal hard disk. Okay, and here this is my DVD drive. Yeah, okay, after USB DVD drive and then internal hard disk I will make like this. Okay, and let me save this apply. Okay, and currently you see here boot line option is this, and this secure boot is this. Okay, disabled. So I have this boot sequence. Okay, first USB flash drive, then I believe it is my DVD drive, then internal hard disk, like this. Okay, so let us apply this. Let us exit. Now let us see. So it is black screen. Okay, I don't think it has booted. No light here as well. Okay, although there is light in the screen, but here no light. Yeah, so let us start again. F2. Yeah, and this boot sequence, boot advanced boot options. Okay, this time I will do this UEFI, and boot sequence is first my USB storage device. Okay, USB flash drive, then a DVD drive, then internal hard disk, like this. Okay, and here I changed it to UEFI. Okay, other everything are same. I'll hit apply. Now let us see whether it will boot or not. Yeah, this first step has booted. Okay, and you can see Windows installation page has started. Okay, so this is very important thing to understand. Okay, this legacy mode and UEFI mode. I hope it is clear to you now. Yeah, now see, as I had changed this boot mode to UEFI. Yeah, and my this system hard disk is in Mbr partition. Okay, so we get this error. Okay, no bootable device were found. Possible cause could be a corrupt OS image or a boot device is not enabled in BIOS setup. So let us change this back to our legacy mode. Okay, F2. Okay, while Dell logo appears, press F2. I'm continuously pressing it. Now here in boot sequence, now in legacy mode. Yeah, apply. you see now our Windows has loaded. Yeah, our operating system Windows. Okay, so this is very important to understand. Okay, this legacy mode and UEFI mode. I have not connected my flash drive. Yeah, this operating system is my laptop operating system. Okay, okay, now I will be testing on my desktop. So I have connected my USB flash drive with GPT partition on my desktop. Okay, so simply let us restart and see it will boot or not. Okay, first we will see simply. Okay, will not do anything. No, the USB flash drive did not boot itself. Okay, we have to choose it to boot. Okay, let us see in the BIOS and boot option menu. First, let us look at BIOS. Okay, for BIOS, you have to enter delete key in this my desktop. Okay, and for boot menu, you have to press F12 and continuously pressing delete key. Okay, you can see on the screen as well. So here I am in the BIOS, and let us go in the boot section. Boot option priorities. First is our Kingston, of course. Yeah, second is our this, and we can choose this priority. Okay, you press enter and you can choose. Okay, I don't want to do this. Okay, so simply I will press yes. Okay, quit without saving. Okay, I don't want to save, and let us enter F12 this time. Okay, to see the boot option menu. We already saw that in BIOS, but let us see again. I'm pressing F12. Again, you will see that same thing. Okay, which you want to boot. This first is my SSD. Okay, which has my OS, and this second is my flash drive. Okay, my GPT partition flash drive containing Windows operating system. So if I select this, now my flash drive is supposed to boot. Yeah, you can see my flash drive has booted. Yeah, and you can see the Windows installation page has appeared. So this was the case of my flash drive with GPT partition. Okay, done with a Rufus tool. Okay, in this part of the video, I'll be showing you how to know your hard disk partition scheme type. Your computer has hard disk or hard drive or simply drive attached to it, and that hard disk must have some partition scheme type. Okay, as a whole. Okay, that scheme type will define your that hard disk as a whole. Okay, and let us know how to know the partition type or partition scheme of your hard disk or hard drive or simply drive attached to your computer. For that, you simply right click on this PC, manage, and then disk management. Now here you can see, here I have a list of my connected hard disks in this system. Okay, I have 4 hard disks attached to my computer currently. Okay, and every hard disks are shown. Okay, this is my SSD. Okay, where I have installed my Windows operating system, and this is my backup hard disk. Okay, which is 2 terabyte Seagate. Okay, and these two are my external hard disks. Okay, now how to know which partition scheme my hard disks are having? And remember that partition scheme type will define that hard disk, that particular hard disk as a whole. Okay, so let us first see for my disk 0, which is SSD. Okay, where I have installed my Windows operating system. So simply select first. Okay, and then right click and then go to properties and go to volumes. Now in this partition style you will see GPT. Okay, clear. Okay, so this my SSD is having GPT partition. Now let us move into my other hard disk attached to this computer, which is disk 1. Okay, and this disk 1 means my Seagate 2 terabyte hard disk. Okay, so again simply right click and go to properties and go to volumes. Again this my hard disk has partition style of GPT. Okay, now let us move into my another hard disk. This is my external hard disk. Okay, again right click, properties, volumes. Now this my external hard disk has partition style of Mbr. Okay, this partition style means partition scheme. Okay, don't be confused. So this my external hard disk has Mbr partition style. Okay, now let us move into my other hard disk. This is also my external hard disk. Okay, so right click and properties, volumes. Now again this my hard disk has Mbr partition style. Okay, so in this way you can know partition scheme or partition style of your connected hard disk. Okay, and remember, if this disk has this GPT partition style, this whole my Seagate 2 terabyte hard disk is defined by that partition style. Okay, this my Seagate hard disk as a whole has GPT partition. Okay, this partition style or partition scheme will define your whole hard disk. Okay, now how to convert your hard disk partition style or your hard disk partition scheme from Mbr to GPT or GPT to Mbr. Let us see in this topic now. And for this I have two methods. Okay, method 1, in this method your hard disk data will be erased. Okay, and method 2, in this method no data on your hard disk will be erased. First let us see method 1. So in method 1, for example, if I want to convert my this disk to my this external hard disk which has Mbr partition style. Yeah, now I want to convert this to GPT. For that first select your hard disk. Okay, and you right click and you see here convert to GPT disk. This is currently not active. Okay, because this hard disk has this volume in it. Okay, and this need to be deleted first. Okay, for that you right click and then delete volume, but be very cautious. Okay, you back up every data. Okay, every data on this hard disk will be erased. Okay, and after you delete this volume, this blue color which means primary partition will be black. Okay, which means unallocated. Okay, this primary partition will be changed to unallocated. Okay, this blue color will change to black, and after that you again click on your hard disk. Okay, right click. Now this time this convert to GPT disk will be active. Okay, and then simply you can convert. Okay, now let us look at method 2 of converting our hard disk's partition type or partition scheme from Mbr to GPT or GPT to Mbr. And in this method, I have two processes. Process 1 requires your hard disk in which operating system is installed. Okay. For example, in my case, I have operating system installed on this. Yeah, here. I don't have operating system installed on these hard disks. Okay, but only this. Okay, my SSD. Okay, so this process 1 will be applied to this disk 0 hard disk on which my operating system is installed. So for this, you simply right click on start, go to settings, go to update and security, go to recovery, and then you click here start now. Now simply click restart, and I have screen on my second window. Okay, and then click here troubleshoot, advanced options, command prompt. Now the computer has restarted. Okay, and choose your account. Okay, here this is my. After choosing your account, you enter password. Yes, and hit continue. After entering password, continue. Now you can see we have entered in DOS mode. Yeah, now here you have to run two commands one by one. Okay, first I will not run, I'll just show. Okay, because I have already my partition on GPT. Okay, so I don't want to change. So we are in a scenario of changing Mbr to GPT. In that case, Mbr to GPT space / validate VALIDATE. Okay, Mbr to GPT space / validate, and you hit enter, and after that you get some successful message. Okay, here, and on second command you have to type the same thing. Okay, but here and here CONVERT convert, and hit enter. Okay, so these two command is very important. Okay, and in this way you can convert from Mbr to GPT, and there will not be any data loss on your hard disk. Okay, so I'll close here. Okay, I don't want to do because my partition type is already GPT, and I don't want to convert to Mbr. And one important thing, after converting from Mbr to GPT, you have to change your boot option. Okay, to Uefi. Okay, not legacy. Okay. After converting, you have to restart. Okay, and change the boot mode to Uefi. Now currently in this case I have not converted. Okay, so simply I'll continue. So in process 1, when we enter in the DOS mode, first you have to type this command and hit enter, and again you have to type this command and hit enter. Simple, okay? And this will convert your Mbr partition type to GPT without any data loss of your hard disks. Okay, now let us look at process 2 of converting your hard disk partition type from Mbr to GPT or GPT to Mbr. And in this process also we will not have any data loss of your hard disks. For this we will be using one third-party application. You simply download this application, okay, from this website. Okay, it's free. Okay, I have already downloaded and it's here. So let us install this. And take care of this information, okay? Do not install this application to the partition where you want to recover files. Otherwise, files will be destroyed and cannot be recovered forever. Okay? If you want to recover files from, suppose, drive A, do not install this application to that drive. Okay? This was just an example. Okay? In this case, we don't want to recover any files. Okay? So simply hit next. So this is the GUI of this program, and this program has listed all of my connected hard disks. This is my SSD, Kingston SSD, on which I have installed my operating system, and this is my Seagate hard disk attached to my computer, internal hard disk. Okay, and this is my external hard disk, and this is my USB flash drive. And if you select your hard disk, it will display here, okay, your partition scheme type, okay, GPT, and this is also GPT. This hard disk is Mbr, okay, and my USB flash drive is also Mbr. Now if you want to convert your hard disk from one partition type to another, you can simply right click here on your hard disk, okay, right click, and you can see here convert to Mbr partition table. As this is already GPT, so you can convert to Mbr. Okay, I don't want to convert. Okay, I'm just showing you. And my this external hard disk, it's Mbr. Okay, and suppose if you want to convert this hard disk which is in Mbr to GPT, simply right click and click here convert to GPT. Okay, this. Okay, and after that you click here save all. Okay, this will be active. Okay, if you do that, and after saving, your this hard disk will be converted from Mbr to GPT without any data loss in this hard disk. And this method is not recommended for your hard disk on which operating system is installed. For the hard disk on which your operating system is installed, go to process 1. Follow process 1. And another important thing, while you are formatting or installing Windows on your PC, you have to consider this your hard disk level. Okay, for example, this is my Kingston SSD hard disk. Okay, and this is disk 0, and this is my Seagate 2 TB hard disk. Okay, this is disk 1. Okay, this hard disk is labeled disk 1. Okay, and this hard disk has 3 primary partition. Okay, you have to understand this disk level and this partition. Okay, just note your partition name. Okay, name and drive. Okay, this is temporary named partition. Okay, and D drive. This is backup 1 partition E drive. This is backup 2 partition F drive. Okay, these are very important. Okay, because if you want to install for example Windows on this disk 1, then while installing Windows, you will get option to select your hard disk first. Okay, and in that case you have to select this disk one. Okay, and this disk one means your 2 terabyte Seagate hard disk. Okay, in this case, and you first select this and then you have to specify furthermore. Now in which partition you want to install your Windows, then you have to now specify, for example, D, and this name is important in that case. Okay, because in the list you will see this name. Okay, so first note the name and drive okay, as well. Okay, that will be very helpful. Okay, if you do mistake in this case, every data will be format erased. Okay, so knowing this your hard disk level and the primary partition it has, okay, is very important. Okay, this disk 0 means my SSD, this disk 1 means my 2 TB Seagate, this disk 2 means my external hard disk 1 terabyte, and this disk 3 means my another external hard disk 500 GB. I know every. Okay,